All right, this is Richie Contartesi, and if you are thinking about going to college, if you are thinking about paying for college, if you're a parent, if you're a teenager, if this is something that is in the realm of possibility for you, please take the next 15 minutes and watch this video. It is life-changing. It will change the way you look at college as we focus on return on investment, as we focus on whether it's a good decision for you or not, and whether we focus on the top. What can it bring me? What is that return on investment? This is going to be one that you're going to want to share with every teenager you know, every parent you know. You are going to want to share this video because it is life-changing. I promise you that.
Welcome to The Richie Show, a personal development mastermind. Richie is an entrepreneur, speaker, author of In Spite of the Odds, and he's addicted to motivating, inspiring, and sharing the valuable information he used to accomplish his dreams so you can accomplish yours.
So I came across this article, and I'm just going to share it with you really quick. There's a piece of the article, excuse me. I'm not going to sit here and read the whole article, but it says, while average people would rather be entertained than educated, while the rich don't put much stock in furthering wealth through formal education, they appreciate the power of learning long after college is over. And so what typical people do, what the middle class do, is they'll go and they're told to go to college. So they go to college, and in college, they teach you how to get a job. They teach you how to get a job and get a salary, and that's pretty much what it is. Yes, you'll learn specialties. Yes, there's doctors and lawyers and all kinds of different things like that. But typically, most people, they'll go to college and then they'll get a 9 to 5, and they'll get a job. College teaches you how to get a job. That's what formal education does. So then you go off and you get your master's degree and you get a 3% raise. And then you go off and you get your doctorate degree and you get another 3 to 5% raise, if that. And you go through this thing and it takes years and years. We're talking 10, 15 years. And by the end of it, you've got a very small raise. You haven't made much money. And now typically you're in over $100,000 worth of debt. So the biggest issue that I believe most people make, especially in college, and I hope that you're going to share this with high school kids, I really do, and parents, man, this is really important because college is not for everybody. All right. And when you're going to college and we're looking at the price of the investment of college, not a price, the investment of college, when we look at that, we need to know what the return is. That's the bottom line, is we need to know what is the return. If I'm in sales, if I'm an employee and I'm going to, decide to get higher and further education, if I'm going to get my master's degree and it's an additional $40,000, what return on that investment am I going to get? Am I going to get a 3% raise? Am I going to get an extra, $5,000 or $10,000 a year after taxes? Okay, maybe. Is that going to be able to pay off my school? How long is that going to take me? What's the return on investment? And that's the difference between wealthy people and uneducated or middle-class people who haven't been taught this. And it's so critical. So if you're looking at college, and like I said, college isn't for everybody, but if you're looking at college, you must look at not just going to college because I have to, but what is the return on investment? When you start thinking about return on investment, you start putting your money in different places and you start seeing some serious progress that you haven't seen in the past. Because most, I talk to potential clients all the time and they go, so how much does it cost? How much is the cost to have you? It's not the cost, it's the investment. How many lives am I going to change in this period of time? It's not a cost. Okay? It's not a price. It's a freaking investment. All right? College is an investment. If you treat it like an investment, you're going to make the right decisions about college. That's the bottom line. And I know I sat down with a girl, $215,000 in debt, and she's making $30,000 a year. Are you freaking kidding me? What a joke. What a joke that is. Like, she's going to spend, that's more than a mortgage, and she's making $30,000 a year. Like, are you out of your mind? It doesn't make sense. It just, I don't get it. I really, it's really frustrating to me. Extremely frustrating. All right, walk into a wealthy person's home, and one of the first things you'll see is an extensive library of books they've used to educate themselves on how to be more successful. The middle class reads novels, tabloids, and entertainment magazines, right? So this is it's sad, but this is the average middle class day. I go to wake up early. Or I don't even wake up early. I wake up in just enough time so I can get to work, because I don't want to wake up for myself, and that's another podcast. I'm going to wake up for somebody else. So I'm going to wake up and just in enough time so I get to work. So my day starts off doing nothing for myself, not reading a book, not working out, nothing for myself. Get up, go to work just for somebody else. They go to work from 9 to 5. They get home, no further education, no listening to my podcast, sitting on the couch, crack open a beer and watch TV, and your just mind goes into this, like, I don't know, whatever. That's the average middle class person. That's what they do. And when it comes to reading, like, they'll read BS, man. They'll read like the newspaper only, or novels. I like this, tabloids, entertainment, magazines, Facebook. And I'm trying to get off of reading Facebook so dang much. But it's a problem. Because it sucks your mind of all this stuff. Like, we only have so much power in our mind. And, like, please, like I said, share this video, because you only have so much power in your mind, literally, per day to use. There's certain people that can take that specific amount of hours, whether that's 5 or 6 super, super powerful, mindful hours, and put it to use to further their own personal development, whether that's reading books, taking online classes, going to seminars. There's so many ways to put good information, and then we suck it by drinking beer and watching Netflix, and I do it sometimes too, but it sucks. Like, it sucks the time and knowledge out of your brain. And I always catch myself, you know what? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna watch an episode of Netflix. I'm going to listen to a chapter of my book. And look, if you don't like to read, then you're like me, because I can't read. I failed 5th grade because I couldn't read. I was told I couldn't read and write. I have ADD, dyslexia, whatever you want to, ADHD, HDTV, whatever you want to call it, I've got it, all right? And I hate reading, but I get through almost 50 to 52 books a year. I read a book a week. The top CEOs read 52 books a year. The most successful people read at least a book a week. And now, not just drowning yourself with information and getting through it. Like I said, I listen to Audible. I have an Audible account. And it's perfect because it keeps you up with it. You get 1 credit a week. I have it set up so I get 1 credit a week. And I know, like, okay, I'm getting through this book. I'm getting through this book. Sometimes I'll get through the book in 3 days and I'll do it again. Why? Because that's just how much my brain sucks sometimes, and I can't get the knowledge every single time. So I've got to read it a few times or listen to it a few times. But that's just how I learn. If you learn reading better, get a subscription on Amazon where it ships you your book every week, and you get a personal development book. And that's what you use to fill in that gap. Now, in regards to education itself, I guess the biggest point that I want to make here is most parents, and I really hope that you share this with every parent that has a kid that's in middle school or high school, and most kids, okay, look at college as something they have to do. It's like, oh, if I want to get a job, I need to go to college. Well, not everybody needs to get a job. Some people can be entrepreneurs. Some people can change the world in different ways. You don't have to go to college to get a job, to get into debt, to buy a house, to get married, to have 2 kids, to get in a mortgage, so you're in debt for another and just go on and on and on, and all these liabilities stack up. You have no assets. You exchange time for money, so everything's about I gotta work to make money, and you go down this like pigeonhole, and then you get home from work and you crack open a beer, and then the next thing you know, you're 50 or 60, and you're like, oh man, what if? Is it too late? Can I do it? I'm telling you, I sit with these people at entrepreneurship workshops all the time. And I really want to make this a point, and I really hope you share this with anybody you know in high school, any parent that you know that has kids that are in high school or middle school, any teachers that you know, share this video with them. because I know we push college, and college is important, and it depends. I push it. But we have to look at the return on investment. If they're going to college for a sport, awesome. If they're going to college for a specific niche craft, awesome. If you're going to college because I'm supposed to go to college in a liberal arts, then no, it's a mistake. And if you're like, well, I just want to get my kids out of my house. Well, good. They can bartender or wait staff and get their own place. Like, they don't have to live at home. And I know it's like, wow, that's so against everything traditional. But yeah, if you want to not be middle class, then stop being freaking traditional. Stop being traditional. Stop reading novels, tabloids, entertainment magazines. Like, it's not rocket science. Go to seminars. Like, I'm at these entrepreneurship seminars, and I see kids that are in their 19, 20 years old, and they're just getting started, and they're entrepreneurs, and they're gung-ho, and they're so that's awesome. I started at 24. I wish I would have started at 20. I do. It's like, gosh. I mean, I've seen so many people invest money in traditional education with no return on investment. And you've got to start looking at the return on investment. It's all about the return on investment. So I hope this podcast kind of gave you some clarity on college. And I know some of you are going to hate me, and I know some of you are going to dislike me, and I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, what the heck is Richie talking about? But it's real. It is real that people get into massive amounts of debt they can't get out of, and they're stuck in for the rest of their lives with no return on investment, with a $30,000 job that they don't even like. And then when they want to go invest into their own business, like, oh, I want to invest in a marketing campaign. Oh, wait, I can't because I have no money, because the college has all my money. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I'm gonna go back to this again, all right? If you're going to college for a sport, okay, if you're going to college for a sport, if you're going to college for a specific niche craft and you're learning how to do that, and that's what you want to do, then yeah. Or if you truly want that 9-to-5 life, but still, like, I wouldn't go to college without an end game plan in mind. Like, it was awesome. I was speaking with my workout partner this morning. We talked about that. It's so important. Like, we were talking about CrossFit in general because it's something that I'm very torn on, but whatever, I'm not getting into that. But we talked about, like, okay, the elite in CrossFit. Like, if I'm like, I'm going to go all my energy, all my life into this, what happens at the top? Like, what is the best case scenario if I become great at CrossFit? Okay, I go to the games and maybe I get sponsorship. I'm not getting paid much. I'm going to destroy my body. I mean, it's good to work out, but in the long run, you're really going to destroy, like, whatever. We don't know the long-term effects, but okay. But what is there to gain? Okay, maybe you're the fittest in the state or the fittest in the region, or does it bring you fame? Does it bring you money? Does it make you feel good? Maybe people do it because it makes them feel good, but most of them don't have other jobs if you're going to compete at that high of a level. And so I remember the first job that I had, and I looked at the top people, and I was like, I don't want to be that. No offense, but like that's it. That's all there is. I don't want that. That's why I started my own thing. So when you're going to college, it's about return on investment and what's the best case scenario. So if I'm going to college to be a teacher to make $40,000 or $30,000 a year, I'm not paying $75,000 to do that. First of all, because there's easier ways to do that. And then I'm going to look at the top, like, okay, so what's the best case scenario if I'm going to be a teacher? I can become a principal. Maybe that's something I'm really passionate about and I want to do. But at least you know where you're going and you know the return on investment. So if you're a parent, if you're a teenager, please watch this video, share this video with other parents and teenagers. It's critical. Share this podcast, subscribe to it on iTunes, leave a review, please. I ask you, I want criticism, I want feedback, I want to know if this is helping you. All right, so if you're on iTunes, please subscribe, leave a review. If you're on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. Yeah, buddy, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I want to answer your questions. I want to know if this is helping you. I like I said, I know I'm going to have mad haters after this video, but screw it. It's the truth. I don't care. Hate all you want. Hate. I don't care. If you're not doing big things, you don't have haters. So I'm glad. Hate me. Good. The other people here that this is true, this is right, this is going to help and save thousands of people, thousands of dollars, and thousands of hours of wasted time, share this video. Make it real, man. This is real. So, yeah, appreciate your guys' time, and you go out and have yourself a good day. Thank you.